I read 10 books in June. Can you believe it? Who is she? Who am I? Who is she? I am her. 10 book girly.
I want you and need you to be, yeah. Still in love, so in love, still in love with you. Are you
Hey boo, welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about those books that I read in June. 10 book girly. I think this is my first time. Now let's not get too ahead of ourselves. A couple of these books were novellas, but reading is reading. And I did listen to majority of these books, okay? Who you judging? The first book that I want to talk about is Love Notes by Christina C. Jones. First of all, this is a Christina C. Jones fan account. I love me some her. She can really, the way she puts a love story together, it's just mind-blowing. And this book wasn't any different. Love Notes. We have a photographer. We have a barber. So I love that. Just give me some regular jobs. I love that. And the way that the two got together, we have found family that's in this book as well. A little steaminess, okay? A little steam. But I did rate this book. I rated this book 4 stars. So that means that I'm talking about it. I loved it. It was good. And I can't wait to hear more. This is in a series, the Equilibrium series. And so we're going to have to follow up and see what else is going on in Magnolia Heights. That's where we're at, guys. And the Bookstagram girlies, they are trying to figure out how to get to Magnolia Heights. And I want to go too, okay? The next book is Jamal the IT Guy by Kesha Thompson. This was a novella that I thoroughly enjoyed, okay? I received this book as an ARC, so it came out June 18th, and so I got it a couple of weeks earlier. Thanks, Kesha Thompson. Appreciate you, girl. It was good. It was good. In this short amount of time, Kesha was able to give us backstory. She gave us build-up. She gave us steam. She gave us conflict. She gave us all the things that a good story has. And then she wraps it up in a nice little bow, and we got our HEA. Y'all wanna know what that means? Happily ever after. We got that in this book. So if you are looking for just a quick beach read, this would be a good book to bring along with you. Jamal the IT Guy. And who doesn't love a Jamal? A Jamal. Okay? Number 3, we have Get Honest or Die Lying. Why Small Talk Sucks. This is by Charlemagne the God, aka Leonard Larry McKelvey. Now, I've mentioned this before. I have read a couple of his other 2 books before this book because I am not a fan of Charlemagne the God, but I am a fan of Leonard McKelvey. Those books were good. And this book was too. Make sure y'all check it out. This book will have a separate video so I can get into it. I actually need to purchase this book because there's a couple of things in the book that I want to highlight and just kind of remember and have on my shelf. Next book, we have The Oath by T.M. Richardson. This book was 302 pages. And boys and girls, if you decide to read this book, you're going to need an open mind. Hold on for a second. Okay, where were we? The Oath. And I was just telling y'all how his 3 best friends, they basically step in and they not only help her with her car and the house, they help her with everything. Oh, Tria. It's a wild ride. That was my first time reading a poly romance, but if you go into this with an open mind, you're gonna have yourself a good time. You're gonna have a good time. Let me know if you decide to read that book, because like I feel like we need a group chat just for that book for everybody that's read it, because my whole mind blown. Next we have a book club pick. So my first book club, well, one of my book clubs, the Chapter Chicks, they decided to go with The Wife Between Us. We're in our thriller era, our psychological thriller era, to be exact. And this book was definitely given that. I gave this book 3 stars just because I was confused. I was confused in this book, and I don't know if it's because my reading comprehension is just not there, but I was constantly going to the girlies like, are y'all reading what I'm reading? Is this what it's saying? What's going on? Is it one person? Is it 2? What's happening? So I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Don't confuse me. Like, entertain me. Don't confuse me. The next book that I read is 180 by Charity Shane. And this was a recommendation from one of my Bookstagram girlies. So shout out to you. And it was good. It was a He Fall First. It was a great love story. It was He Don't Play About Her. It was a nice hug. It was a nice hug. I enjoyed that. I will say this month I did realize that with my romance books, I may want to break it up and do some different books in between, some different genres of books in between, because the characters were I was given one big happy family, and I was like, wait a minute, that was in another book, and that was in the other book. So I am going to try to do that more this month coming up, just to kind of mix it up a little bit, because I don't want to forget these books. I want to remember and retain these characters, because these authors, they are really doing their book. The next book that I read was Go by Alexandria House. Let Me Please You by Alexandria House. This is a novella that you can finish very quickly in a day, as well as the Love Deluxe mixtape by Alexandria House, only 49 pages, so you could get that one done in a day as well. Last but not least, we have The Murder After the Night Before. And this was a book club pick for my BBD book club. We're actually meeting later on later on tonight to talk about this book. I gave this book 3 stars because, again, psychological thriller, or it might be more of a mystery thriller. Yes, I gave this book 3 stars because, again, confused. Most of the book. I can't wait to talk about this with the girls tonight to see, were they confused? Is it just me? Because I might need to step my comprehension up, no lie. But we will see. Yes, this is a mystery thriller. It wasn't even about what I thought it was gonna be about. It like took a spin and went on some other stuff, and I'm just like, what's happening? But I did finish it, and I'm glad I got that one done. If you've made it this far in this video, please don't forget to like this video. I really appreciate all you guys' support. At recording, we are at 400 subscribers. I couldn't believe it. I held the phone up to my husband. I said, do you see this? The girlies are checking for me, okay? Don't forget to comment to this video. Have you read any of the books that I read? How many books did you read in June? What did you read? Let me know. Let's talk about it. And make sure you share this content with another fellow baby reader. A baby reader, that's somebody that doesn't read a lot, but wants to read more and wants to know all about the good books that are out there. And until next time, guys, bye.
You said that you would come again. You said that we would remain friends, but you know that I do not depend on nothing or no one.